This is Capital T Truth. Here we expose the beliefs, patterns, and trauma loops that have kept you limited. I'm Larry Yatch, a former Navy SEAL officer and entrepreneur who learned the hard way that the strategies that create success can also quietly destroy the quality of your life. This work exists to expose that truth. If you're ready for freedom through alignment, you're in the right place. And so is that the true experience of success, to be happy, accomplished, but unfulfilled? No, because we're here, each one of us is here for a unique purpose.
Right.
And when we don't get to live to that unique purpose, we don't feel fulfilled. Ultimately, what had to happen with human beings is they had to develop in a way that they felt or experienced success by strengthening their position in the tribe, because that's how we live. Imagine if cavemen 200,000 years ago felt successful when they did things that got them kicked out of the tribe. We'd all be dead. Right? So we've been conditioned for hundreds of thousands of years to experience success when we get to be part of the tribe. So the formula is very specific, very clear. To be in tightly coordinated action towards a commonly held purpose with people that we care about and that care about us. So no matter where you are in life, if you are in tightly coordinated action, you feel good about it. And if you're in isolation or discord, you don't feel good about it. So that first part of coordinated action. The second part is commonly held purpose, right? When we have commonly held purpose, when we're acting from the thing that comes from inside, we get to feel fulfilled. So I can be in tightly coordinated action, but not in fulfillment because I'm doing it for an external need.
When you first said the experience of it, of course, I want to go right to emotion. Like, how would that feel? And so, and people want to know that. Because, yes, I've had success. I can see it. It's on the paper. Look at my life. Look at where I'm at.
Well, what have you had?
And I've been happy the whole time. So because I'm happy and I've had success, then
you produced
Larry,
accomplishments.
I've been experiencing it. So I feel that there could be some confusion to some of the listeners thinking, oh no, I've been experiencing it this whole time. So how could somebody differentiate that? Like, have they really been experiencing it?
Well, you said it through fulfillment, not being fulfilled in the accomplishments.
That was my story.
Right. So that could be an experience where you have produced the accomplishments. You were happy and yet unfulfilled.
Right.
And so is that the true experience of success, to be happy, accomplished, but unfulfilled? No, because we're here, each one of us is here for a unique purpose.
Right.
And when we don't get to live to that unique purpose, we don't feel fulfilled. Even if we produce accomplishments and live happy, right? Live with a new house.
Right.
But as you said, bought the new house, oh, it's empty. Right? It's empty because of the experience as much as the fact there's no furniture in it.
Right.
And so we're looking for that. And when, like you said, well, what does it feel like to be in an optimized daily experience? The coolest part about that definition is that varies from for every person. Right? My optimized daily experience that is sustainable over time and yours are not going to look the same.
No, they will not.
And so my experience of my experience of success and your experience of success are never the same.
Right.
And I can't judge yours, you can't judge mine. And that creates a unique opportunity for each person to start defining what does it look like to have an optimized daily experience. And that's going to vary not only from person to person, but at different times in your life.
Right. So when you're talking about the formula to produce it on demand, what is that?
So if we have established that success is not a goal or objective to achieve, something to check off, that it's an experience of a human being, and then we further refined it that it's the experience we're really looking for is an optimized daily experience that's sustainable over time. And then we further went that optimized daily experience varies from person to person, right? So you really do have to define what daily experience do I want to have on a regular basis. and how do I make sure that that daily experience is able to be experienced today and into the future, right? That's where it does take some work. And within that, as we have different phases of life, what is an optimized daily experience when I'm 20, when I'm 40, when I'm 80 is going to vary, right? So what allowed me to have an optimized daily experience 10 years ago may not be the same today. That's why our experiences of success change, evolve over time. But the way we produce them is, as human beings, is the same, based on the fact that we are cave people, modern day cave people. And what I mean by that is, as a human being, I like to think that I'm evolved from my caveman brethren. But the reality is that the only thing that makes me different from a cave person is I have nicer clothes and fancy tools. Like, the biggest difference is our environments we're in. Cave people lived in resource-constrained, high-risk environments. And being in a resource-constrained, high-risk environment as a human required something. What is the most important thing in a cave person's life?
Survival, right? I would think.
Survival is the outcome.
Okay.
What is the most important thing?
Connection, being part of a tribe, maybe?
Connection.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Like, survival is key.
Right.
But I can't, as a cave person in a resource-constrained, high-risk environment, I can't survive without other
you need the
humans. So I need tribe. The most important thing in a cave person's life is tribe.
Right.
How long have we lived in a safe, abundant environment?
As far as like being part
Human
of a tribe?
beings. Yeah. How long?
Since caveman days, I guess.
What was that, 5 years ago, 50 years ago, 10 years ago, 100, 2,000?
A long time.
Think of, like, we're in Utah right now.
Okay.
Right, in the mountains in Utah. If we were sitting in the same spot 300 years ago, would it be abundant and safe?
No.
150 years ago.
200 years ago, maybe.
200, 150, 200?
Okay. I was thinking, when was air? When was heat? my level of abundance and safety.
Well, but what's crazy is we tend to think like, thousands of years ago, we created abundance and safety. No, it's like 100, 150, 200 years, 50 years. Some people, what's crazy is there'll be people out there listening now that have never lived in a safe or abundant environment, right? So they live in the same environment as our caveman brethren, right? Yeah. Like, it is really been recent that we could trick ourselves into thinking, because generally it's safe for most of us, at least in the United States. And with Amazon, it's abundant.
Yes.
And credit cards.
Right.
Because that's nuts. Like, press a button, I have a motorcycle delivered from Amazon. Right? I don't even need the money because I can put it on credit. So it's really only been in a very short amount of time that we've lived in abundant and safe environments.
Right.
And so we can now trick ourselves into thinking we don't need other humans. Oh, I can be alone. I can do it myself. But that's absolutely not true. And even if it was true, even if you could live in an environment without other humans today, your body, your mind, your neurochemistry, your nervous system, it's been conditioned for 200,000 years to know it needs people. And so one of the core pieces to understand the formula of success is to understand that as a human being, I am fundamentally reliant on coordination of action with other humans. And if I don't, I'm going to suffer and die. And at least on a subconscious physiological level, if I ever feel like I'm no longer part of the tribe, I'm going to be in trouble.
Wow.
Have you ever had a really bad breakup?
Oh yeah.
Think of a really bad breakup. What did it feel like? After that breakup, describe it.
Like an emotion?
Emotion, physical, what was it like?
Well, yeah, like you were gonna die. I remember my first one, I literally was like, I'm just gonna die. I know, that was extreme. No, but I was also like a 15-year-old girl, okay?
What's funny is that's literally the perfect reaction.
Yeah.
Right? Because I'll ask people that, like, who's had their heart broken?
Yeah.
And And I always joke, it's like, oh, it's none of the ugly people raise their hand, but happens. Which is the autistic bad jokes coming out. So within that place, so still like some of the good looking people raise their hand.
Right.
And within that piece, I'll ask them like, describe it. And they always get to like, oh, so it feels like you're going to die. I'm like, yes. So think about that.
Right.
Some guy said he didn't want to hang out with you.
Right.
And your physiological, mental, emotional response is, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
And that is just a testament to how much we need we on a just physiological, mental, emotional level need other human beings.
Yeah. And if anybody doesn't believe it and they have a daughter, you believe it. Trust me. I remember my daughter, first breakup, she thought she was going to die too.
And so knowing that, okay, we're just gay people in nice clothes and with fancy tools, and the most important thing in a gay person's life is tribe, and that we are conditioned for 200,000 years to function and be important in that tribe, be accepted into the tribe. That gives us a window into what it takes to produce feelings of success, because ultimately what had to happen with human beings is they had to develop in a way that they felt or experienced success by strengthening their position in the tribe, because that's how we live. Imagine if cavemen 200,000 years ago felt successful when they did things that got them kicked out of the tribe. We'd all be dead. Right? So we've been conditioned for hundreds of thousands of years to experience success when we get to be part of the tribe. So the formula is very specific, very clear. To be in tightly coordinated action towards a commonly held purpose with people that we care about and they care about us. So 3 parts to it. The first part is tightly coordinated action. And what's crazy is if you take a minute, like a little experiment you can do listening to this, think of an area of your life where you are experiencing the most success, the greatest experience of success. What would that be?
Right now?
Yeah.
For me, it would be my personal journey right now. My
development.
Healing, my healing, my development, my being steady.
And so within that, are you in coordinated action with those around you in that? Or are you in discord?
No, I'm in coordinated action.
A lot
of it. Like in it. Yeah.
So where's in there? And I imagine if you're sitting out there listening, take a minute to do this. Think of some area in your life where you're experiencing the greatest amount of success, and then measure from 0 to 10, 0, constant discord, conflict, attack, 10, full coordination of action. I guarantee you're 5 or above.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Where's the least experience of success in your life right now?
Oh, gosh. I'm like,
there has to be something that's on the lowest end of it.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be bad. It just has to be lower than the others.
Okay. Going to the gym. I should be going to the gym more.
Okay. So
kind of let that go.
In that personal health, let's say health, taking care of yourself, are you in tightly coordinated action with those around you, or are you in isolation?
No, I'm trying to avoid them, so isolation. I don't have to do it. I isolate because I don't want to talk about it.
So, all the way to the point of I have nothing.
Pretty much.
So, same thing out there. Think of the area in your life where you're having the least experience of success in your life. And it could be personal, relationship, business, doesn't make a difference.
Right.
And then assess 0, I'm in discord or isolation. Isolation, avoidance is the same as discord or conflict.
Right.
All the way to, or 10, are you in tightly coordinated action? And I guarantee you're 5 or below. So no matter where you are in life, if you are in tightly coordinated action, you feel good about it. And if you're in isolation or discord, you don't feel good about it. So that first part of coordinated action. The second part is commonly held purpose, right? When we have commonly held purpose, when we're acting from the thing that comes from inside, we get to feel fulfilled. So I can be in tightly coordinated action, but not in fulfillment because I'm doing it for an external need. And so the first step is, am I in discord or tightly coordinated action? Second step is, Do I have clear purpose, and does that purpose come inside of me, or am I doing it for some sort of external need? And so going back to your examples, do you have a clear internally held purpose for your development?
Yes.
And do the people around you at least identify, share in the same direction?
Oh, for sure. Yes.
And then on the fitness side, no purpose.
There's a list.
There's a list, but there's no internally derived
Exactly.
purpose, or
It's
you would be taking
external.
action on
You're
it.
absolutely correct.
Yep.
Yes.
So you've got those two pieces, right?
Right.
Tightly coordinated action, 0 to 10, internally derived purpose or external driven purpose or no purpose.
Right.
And then the last one is care, shared care, where and I almost look at this like a bonus. If you create tightly coordinated action towards a commonly held purpose, you will feel success even if you're not producing accomplishments. Think of like early business,
Right.
where you had a bunch of people working hard together, you had clear purpose, and you were not producing any accomplishments yet, you still felt successful.
Yes. Because we were coordinating action and we were basically had the same mission.
Pushing in the same direction, right?
Yes.
And then when you add caring, joint care, where I care for you and you care for me,
Yeah.
it's like adding a turbocharger to it.
Yes.
And so any environment in which you have tightly coordinated action, commonly shared purpose, commonly held purpose, and you care for that person and they care for you, there's shared care, you will experience success. And it doesn't matter if you have accomplishments or not. But what's crazy is if you have a bunch of people working together towards the same thing that care for each other, are you going to produce accomplishments?
Yes.
Yeah, you get it.
Yes.
A 2-for-1 deal.
Yes.
And
Wow.
yeah, that leads me to, I just love that formula because I lived in a world of suffering for all the time, as we've talked about before, where I like to suffer for others. And suffering for others, I would be in tightly coordinated action, external purpose, and no one got to care for me, even if they wanted to.
So you're missing two parts of the
Two
formula.
of the three,
Yeah.
which resulted in
Not experiencing
success.
Wow. Well, that is definitely an amazing way to look at success. It really is. There's just a huge difference between experiencing it and having it.
Have you seen when you're working with your distributors or your team, people? Can you look at someone who is experiencing success and someone who isn't, and seeing what's missing?
Oh yes, yeah. Especially now.
Like example? Do you have any examples?
So what's funny is probably they just kind of do exactly what I've done because they've watched it. So it starts with how many sales, how many people, how many franchises, and so they've had the accomplishments.
Yeah.
And honestly, the same exact thing. Oh, you've almost hit your goal. You might as well change it to the next goal. So without giving them the opportunity to experience it in this way.
Yeah, to actually live in it.
To actually live in it. Which then I feel it would almost become so powerful to feel that and just get you even more lit up to want to experience more. And if you want to have the experience more, then the accomplishments will just come.
So this is where you get extra benefit for being the co-host, and they get to all listen.
Okay.
What would you what's missing in your organization? Tightly coordinated action, commonly held shared purpose, internal drive versus external drive, or care, shared care
drive.
back and forth. Okay. Which one's missing that's resulting in the non-experience of success?
I think it's the internal drive. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know for sure the care is there. I know for sure we have the coordinated action. I think it's the internal drive.
Say more.
Well, all of us, I believe that it's the external.
Yeah, external drive.
The external drive has always been in play here with all of us, including me as a leader. So we haven't had the internal drive.
Which produced early result. It produced results. It produced effects.
And massive results at the beginning, like skyrocketed. And it lasts for almost a decade, which was great. And we're still doing great at any standard. It's just a matter of...
but not experiencing the success that you can, simply by reconnecting to purpose.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that leads, what should you all, like, what can you take from this? Like,
Yes.
I think we like leaving little exercises for this. I think it's a super simple one. Look at the different areas of your life, and we kind of put them into finance, let's call it purpose, business, professional, relationship, and health. They're kind of the chunks that we always talk about. Look at those different chunks and which of those chunks are you experiencing success in, and then confirm that you do have coordinated action, that you do have internally derived shared purpose, that you are experiencing care and giving care within that place, and you're going to find that you do. And then which one of those four are you struggling to experience success in the most, even if you're producing accomplishments? Because like the trap I got into, and you produced a bunch of accomplishments, everyone was pointing at, look at these amazing accomplishments, yet the experience of success was not there. Right. So either where you're not producing the accomplishments and not experiencing success, or where you may be producing the accomplishments and not experiencing success, looking at that and saying, which of these three, like, take that assessment. Is it because I'm in isolation or discord? Is it because I've lost my purpose and or it's not shared, right? There's diverging purposes. Or is it that most likely most of our audience cares a lot but won't receive it? And so it's both sides. Like, you can sit there and trick yourself into saying, oh, I got the care thing checked because, look, I care about everyone. But if you're not receiving it, then it doesn't count. You got to hit both directions.
I had that problem too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep, we share that for sure.
We do.
But it's a really cool tool to, one, understand what we're missing. And then once you identify it, it's, okay, now I just need to focus on that.
Right. And I think that once people experience it, they're going to want more experiences.
Exactly.
For sure.
So within all of this, like the big things that we covered, success is not a goal or accomplishment to achieve, check off the box. Success is an experience, can only be the experience of a human being. What type of experience? And it's the experience of having an optimized daily experience that's sustainable over time. Today's awesome, tomorrow's awesome, next month, next year is going to be awesome. Within that place, you get a 2-for-1 deal. If you don't focus on accomplishments and focus on producing the experience of success, accomplishments will show up as a byproduct to our focus of success. And then the formula for success. In order to produce that optimized daily experience, remember, you're a K person, you need tribe. And so it requires 1, coordinated action, tightly coordinated action. 2, it requires the shared internally derived purpose. So within that place, just as the distinction, my internally derived purpose and yours don't have to be exactly the same. They have to be pointing in the same direction. Okay. And then the last piece is care that flows both ways, that you care for those that you're in tightly coordinated action with, shared purpose with, as well as you receive their care as well. You do those things, you're able to produce the experience of success anywhere, and the accomplishments will follow.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's success. We hit it hard and fast. I'm, as usual, grateful for all of you to be here, and can't wait for you to visit us when we hit our next topic. Thanks for listening to Capital T Truth. Subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode. As you know, the work doesn't stop when the episode ends. For more, visit the website at capitalttruth.org to submit a question to be answered live on a future podcast. We also invite listeners onto the podcast to work directly with me, where we dive into your personal strategies of survival and we solve them live. Until next time, live in Capital T Truth.